Okay, hello everyone. My name is Abhishek. Today I am going to start the topic of quantitative aptitude, and the name of the topic is probability. Probability is very important and interesting topic if we are preparing for the examinations like bank, SSC, insurance, railways, CAT, MAT, GRE, etc. And it comprises of a number of subtopics like the probability we can apply in numbers, in dices, in coins, in bats and balls, in cards, or in events. So probability comprises of a number of subtopics that I just discussed. We are going to cover each and every type of question of the probability based on this area. So our first topic is number based probability. Okay, before starting the probability, I would like to discuss with you that when we talk about finding the probability, so this can be given as a probability of an event, right? And probability of an event is always is equal to number of element in the experiment divided by number of element in the space. So this is the probability. And second important thing that we have to keep remember that the probability always lies between 0 and 1, that the value of probability will never be less than 0 and never be more than 1, right? Okay, these two things we have to apply here. And third thing is we should know how to do permutation and combination. If we know, if we are good in permutation and combination, we can do the question of probability more easily. There are some varieties of the questions where permutation and combinations are used, but entire probability is not based on permutation combination. Only few questions are there, right? Okay, so starting with the first one that I discussed, like number based probability, right? Here the question is question number 1, that a number x is selected from the set -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3, right? And a number x is selected from the set. What is the probability that mod x will be less than 2? Mod x will be less than 2. So if we check the probability, so we know the formula of probability is number of element in the experiment divided by number of element in the space. So just we have to put the value. First, number of element in the experiment is how many value of mod x are there which are less than 2. So before this we would have to know about what is mod, right? So mod is just the operation wherein any value that is in minus that becomes plus, and any value that is in plus that remains plus, and 0 becomes 0 itself, right? So if we check for mod x and the value less than 2, so 0 is less than 2, here 1 is less than 2, and mod -1 will be 1 that is less than 2. That means the number of element in the experiment we have is 3, and the number of element in this space will be 7, right? So the probability of this question will be 3/7, right? Okay, coming to the next question. Okay, our second question is based on finding the prime number out of the given set. So these sets can be either 1 to 30, or the set can be 1 to 50, or the set can be 1 to 100, right? And the question can be asked that what is the probability that a number selected at random from the first 30 number is a prime number, right? So for this, if we find the probability, we should know that how many prime numbers are there from 1 to 30. So if we check the number of prime numbers, so for this we should know that what is the least prime number. The least prime number is 2, and after 2, if we select the prime numbers will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. So total prime numbers are 10, right? So here number of element in the experiment is 10. Thereafter, if we check the number of element in this space, the number of element in this space is 30. That is the 30 numbers. And so thereafter, the answer of this question will be 1 by 3. If we come to the second part and find the probability here, this will be, for this we should know that how many prime numbers are there from the range 1 to 50. So for this, there are 15 prime numbers from the digit 1 to 50. So number of element in the experiment will be 15 and divided by 50. So here our answer can be 3 by 10. Coming to the third question, like here the probability will be, okay, for this we should know that how many prime numbers are there from 1 to 100. 1 to 100, the number of prime numbers is 25, and 25 divided by total numbers, that is 100. So answer of this question will be 1 by 4. If the question is like you are given with a particular range, like the question is 30 to 50, right? 30 to 50. So for this we can calculate as like the number of prime numbers from 1 to 30 is 10 and 1 to 50 is 15. So the number of prime numbers from 30 to 50 will be 5. And if the question is asked like a number is selected from the prime numbers from 30 to 50, what is the probability that a number selected at random will be a prime number? So we know that in this range the number of prime numbers is 5 and total numbers is 20. So our answer will be 5 by 20, that is 1 by 4, right? Okay, coming to the next question. Okay, so our next question is, we are given with two sets. In the first set there are 4 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the second set we are given with 3 numbers 5, 6 and 7, right? In number x is selected from this set and y is selected from this set. Then what will be the probability that x, y, that means x multiplied by y, is an even number? So for this, what we have to do, first like find number of element in the experiment, right? Number of element in the experiment. So for this we would have to find out that if we multiply x and y, how many even number can be generated. So the even numbers in first set is 2 and 4. If we multiply 2 with all 3 numbers, we will always get 3 number. That means we can get 3 numbers if we multiply by 2. Again 4 is a even number. If we multiply by 4, we will get 3 more even numbers, right? Okay. Other numbers is 1 and 3. If we multiply 1, so here if we multiply 1 with 6, we will get 1 even number. And if we multiply 3 by 6, we will get 1 more even number. And if we add all this, we will get the number of element in the experiment. So this will get 8, right? And number of element in the space, that is each number each element in the first set, that is 4, and each element in the second set can be multiplied with each other. So this will be 4 multiplied by 3, that is 12. So our final answer will be probability will be is equal to 8 by 12, that is equal to 2 by 3. Right? Okay, like this we do have one more question. Like the question is, okay, so our next question is, we are given with two sets. In the first set we have 4 elements 2 3 4 5, and in the second set we have 5 elements 4 5 6 7 and 8. We have to find the probability that one element from first set and second element from this set, if added, the sum will be equal to 9. So if we check the number of element in the experiment, so let us check in how many cases I can get the sum equal to 9. So if we add 2 plus 7, this will be equal to 9. So one set is there. Thereafter, if we get 3 plus 6, then we will get 9. So that can be there. 4 plus 5, in that case we will get 5 plus 4, in that case we will also get. So the number of element in the experiment will be is equal to 4, and the number of element in the space will be, okay, let us check here. Each element of this set will be added with each element of this set to find out that in how many cases the sum is equal to 9. So here 4 multiplied by 5, so number of element in this space will be equal to 20. And if we find the probability, so probability will be number of element in the experiment, that is 4, divided by number of element in the space, that is 20. So our final answer will be 1 by 5. Right? So I guess these questions are clear. Coming to the next one. Okay, so our next question is, we are given with a set 1 2 3 4 5, and we have to make a 5-digit number without the repetition of any digit, and we have to find the probability that the number will be divisible by 4. So how the question will be done? First of all, we need to find that how many numbers can be made by these digits 1 2 3 4 5, those will be divisible by 4. So we have already studied this in permutation combination, that the rule of divisibility by 4 is any number will be divisible by 4 if the number formed by the last two digits is divisible by 4. So for this we will have to check that how many 2-digit number is divisible by 4. So first number will be 12, thereafter 16 is not there, 20 is not there, thereafter 24, thereafter 28 is not there, 32, thereafter 36 is not there, 40 is not there, 44 cannot happen because repetition is not allowed, thereafter 52. That means there are 4 numbers, those can be made. That means in this place we have 4 possibilities. So how to find the probability? Probability of the event will be, okay, let us check. If we find the number of numbers, those are divisible by 4. So in these 2 numbers, 4 numbers can come, and out of these 5, any of 3 can come here, any of 2 can come here, and any of 1 can come here. So for the number of element in the experiment, just multiply all this. So this will be 24 and divide by number of element in this space. So number of element in this space will be total number. Those can be made by the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total number those can be made will be 120. And if we find the probability, this will be simply 1 by 5. Right? Okay, coming to the next question. Okay, so our next question is find the probability that a 2-digit number selected at random will be a multiple of 3 but not be a multiple of 5. Right? So for this, like, find the number of element in this space. Number of element in this space will be simply, first of all, we would have to find that the how many numbers are there, those are divisible by 3. So we know that from 1 to 100 the number of numbers divisible by 3 is 33, because 99 divided by 3, that will be is equal to 33, right? So from 1 to 100 there are 33 numbers, but here we are talking about only 2-digit numbers. So first 3 numbers, that is 3, 6 and 9, we can subtract from this and we will get all the 2-digit numbers, those are divisible by 3. Thereafter a 2-digit number that is a multiple of 3 but not be a multiple of 5. So for this, how will we find that a number should be divisible by 3 but not be a multiple of 5? So you just find the how many numbers are there, those are divisible by 3 but not by 5. So for this, just take the LCM of 3 and 5, that is 15, and find out how many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 15. So when divided by 100 out of 15, this we will get 6. So just subtract 6 from 30. So we will get 24 here. That means 24 numbers are there, those are divisible by 30 but not by 5. So we are getting 24 number, and number of element in the, this was experiment, number of element in the space, here we will be getting 2-digit number, that means from 100 to 90, sorry, from 10 to 99, that means here we will get 90. And for the probability, just divide it, we will get 8 by 30. So our answer will be 8 by 30, right? Okay, so this was all about the probability that was based on the numbers. Our second topic of the probability is bags and balls based probability, right? So this is very important when we are writing any examinations like bank, SSC, railways, and the questions are very interesting, you will see when we are solving the problems, right? So let us have a look on the next type of probability, that is bags and balls based probability. So in bags and balls based probability, our first question is, in a bag there are 12 white and 18 black balls. 2 balls are drawn from each bag. Find the probability that first ball will be white and second ball will be black. So if we check the number of element in the experiment here, we will have to just select first ball as white, that means we have to select one ball from 12 ball, that will be 12C1, and the value of 12C1 will be 12 only. Thereafter we have to select one ball from this 18 balls, that means 18C1, and we have to select 2 balls, one from this and one from this. When we have AND case, so we just multiply. So number of element in the experiment is this, and if we find the number of element in this space, The number of element in this space is, we have to select 2 balls from this 12 plus 18, that is 30 balls. That means we have to select 2 balls from 30 balls. So we can just apply 30C2. And if we solve the value of 30C2, this will be simply 1 by 2 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 29. And if we find the probability, so probability of the event will be 12 multiplied by 18 divided by 15 multiplied by 29. So when solving this, there will be 3 4 ja and 3 5 ja. This will be 72 divided by 145, right? So I guess the question is clear. Okay, coming to the next question. Okay, so our next question is, we are given with 2 bags. In first bag there are 5 red and 3 green balls, and in second bag we are given with 4 red and 6 green balls. The question is, we have to 2 balls have been selected at random, and what will be the probability that one ball is red and second ball is green. So how the question can be, either we can select, like if we check number of element in the experiment, so what can be, one ball should be red and other ball should be green. So if we select one red ball from this bag, so this will be 5C1, this will be 5. One red ball has been selected. And if we select one green ball from this, so this will be 6C1, that will be equal to 6, right? Divide by number of element in this space, that means here out of this 8 balls we have selected 1 balls, that means 8C1, that will be equal to 8, and multiply, in this case we have selected 1 ball from 4 plus 6, that is 10 balls, so this will be 10. And for solving this, we can check the answer will be 3 by 8 here in the first case. The second case can be, if I select green ball from first pack, so this will be 3C1, that is 3, and if we select red ball from the second bag, so this will be 4C1, that is 4, and divide by, again we have to select 1 ball from this bag and 1 ball from this bag, so this will be 8 multiplied by 10 again. So for solving this, we can write it as 6 by 40, right? And our final answer will be either this case or this case. So whenever in the permutation and combination or in probability we have and or condition, we just multiply and add successively. So either we have this or this, so we will have to add. So for adding, just make the denominator equal, the denominator here is 40. For making 40 here, we will have to multiply by 5. So just multiply 5 in numerator and denominator, so this will become 15 divided by 40 and plus 6 divided by 40. So we will get 21 divided by 40. Right? So I guess the question is clear. Okay, coming to the next one. So our next question is, an urn contains the marbles and the colors of the marbles are 6 red, 5 blue and 2 green marbles, right? So from this urn, 3 marbles have been selected randomly, and we have to find the probability that at least 1 marble is blue. So for this, when we find the number of element in the experiment, so this will be at least 1 marble is blue. So either 1 can blue, 2 can blue or 3 can blue. So when selected one blue marble, so this will be 5c1, or we can have 2 blue marbles, so this will be 5c2, or we can have 3 blue marbles, so we will get 5c3. We have either this case or this case. So whenever we have the conditions in OR, we will just add the conditions. And all in all, what we have to do? We have to just select 3 marbles. Right? So in the question we have to find, like, when we select 3 marbles from the urn, at least one marble should be blue, right? So first condition is we have to select 3 marbles, right? And condition is one marble should be blue. So either the case can be one marble is blue from 5 and two other marbles out of 6 plus 2, that is 8, right? Okay, our second case can be we have to select 3 marbles, and our next case can be either we select 2 marbles from 5 and 1 marbles from 8. Our second case can be we have to select 3 marbles, and the case can be we select 3 blue marbles and 0 other colors marbles. So the number of element in the experiment can be either this or this or this. So first case if we solve, this will be 5c1, that will be equal to 5, and 2 marbles out of 8, that means multiply by 8c2, and we know that the value of 8c2 will be 1 by 2 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 7, so this will be 28, and when multiplying this will be 140. Our second case is when selecting 2 marbles from 5, this will be 5c2, and 5c2, that is 1 by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4, that is 10, and second case will be, so multiplying this will be 80. A third case is when selecting 3 marbles out of 5, so the value of 5c3 will be equal to 5c2, so here we will get 10 and multiply 1, so here we will get 10. Either we have this condition or this condition, so for this we will add all this. So when adding all this we will get 230, and all in all what we have to do, we have to select 3 marbles from all these marbles. So how many total marbles are there? 6 plus 2, that is 8, 8 plus 5, that is 13. So we have to select 3 marbles out of 13 marbles. So for solving this, we can get 1 by the value of factorial 3 will be equal to 6 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 11. So we can get 2 here, and 3, 4, 1 multiplied by 2, 6, 8, 2. Right? So number of element in this space is this, and when finding the probability, so probability of the event will be 230 divided by 286. And as we are looking that this question can be solved further, so this will be 115 divided by 143. So our answer will be 115 divided by 143. Right? Okay, coming to the next question. So in this question, we are given with a bag in which there are 7 green and 5 black balls. We have to select 3 balls at random, and we have to find the probability that all marbles or balls being green, right? So if we find the number of element in this space here, number of element in this space is we have to select 3 balls and all 3 balls should be green, right? So this will be 7C3, right? So when given in the question that balls are drawn one by one, so we'll have to keep in mind that first we will have to select one green balls out of 7, that will be 7C1, and the value of 7C1 will be 7. Out of this 6 balls are remaining, so 1 ball out of 6, and then 5 ball remaining, so 5 ball out of 6, right? And divide by total number of balls 7 plus 5, that is 12. First select 1 balls from 12, so we will get 12, and remaining 11 balls are there, 1 ball from 11 balls and 1 ball from 10 balls, right? So solving this, we will get 7 divided by 44. So our answer will be 7 divided by 44. Right? Okay, coming to the next question.